don't know how to sing a pretty song. Like water off a duck's back, you seem to slip away. Well, natural selection be damned, I'll be okay. I used to think I'd wanna be a bird of paradise, but now I'm happy being just a quail. I used to think I'd wanna be a bird of paradise, but now I'm happy being just a quail.
Hello friends, today is day 15 of Inktober and I was working on the prompt, �𝒐𝒖𝒄𝒉's prompt again this morning. The prompt was toast and this is what my piece for today looks like. It's a little toast with butter and a cat lying on top of it. It's been a while since I made art that I felt proud of and I really love how this one turned out, so it made me really happy. I feel like I've been in this art block for many months and everything I created just felt a little all over the place. I had a phase where I was into line art and drawing really dark shadows with the same color as the line, and then I was really into lineless art with lots and lots of textures, and during those phases I had a lot of fun. Like, I would really like what I was doing in the moment, but after a few days of doing that I would get really bored and it's like I wasn't feeling the art anymore. And I know that keeping a pretty Instagram feed isn't something that's realistic or attainable when you're a creative person, but I feel like the pressure is still there and there's a lot of my art that I haven't been sharing because I feel like it wouldn't look good on my Instagram feed, and I hate feeling like that so much because I want to be able to share whatever I wanted. And when I was constantly changing up my style, I feel like even my Procreate feed was all over the place and it bothered me so much as a perfectionist. I felt so frustrated with myself and I would look at all these other artists who have like a distinct and unique style. Like, you can just see a piece of art and know that it belongs to them. And I would think like, man, I wish I could do something like that. I know I'm under experience, I know style takes a long time to grow and develop, but I'm just naturally very impatient with myself and like always I expected too much. So lately I feel like I've been forgiving myself more when I make art that I don't necessarily like. What I wanted to say was that today was the first day where I sat down and made art and I didn't second guess myself at all, which is so refreshing, and it's such a nice and peaceful feeling to be able to do what I love without feeling like an imposter or second guessing myself or doubting myself. I felt so happy drawing this piece of toast that like I want to make a print out of it and put it on my wall because I felt so happy making it. I also want to share something that my therapist said to me this week with you. As many of you know, I have been reading a lot of self-help books. I've been listening to a lot of audiobooks and podcasts and psychoeducating myself so that I have a better understanding of why I am the way I am and what I would need to do in order to heal from my past traumas. And after doing tons of research to try and, you know, piece the puzzles of my mind together, I realized that one of my oldest defense mechanisms was intellectualization. I believe I still do it. For me, it's when I repress or push my feelings aside and try to use my like logical brain to figure out why things happen the way they did. So it's like I'm on autopilot for like months or years at a time and all these feelings are just bottled up inside, and then suddenly one day they burst open and it's not a nice picture. So that was the old me, because ever since I started therapy, I've been trying to feel my feelings more so that I no longer intellectualize my way through life. But now that I'm doing all this research, reading about attachment theories, reading about generational trauma, I kind of get the feeling like I'm falling into the habit of intellectualizing things again. I told my therapist that I'm scared that I'm unknowingly bottling up my feelings again by intellectualizing everything that has been going on with me. He told me to imagine a big river that I'm trying to cross, and every piece of information that I find through research, through reading, through listening to podcasts, everything that I've intellectualized is a new stepping stone that will help me cross the river so that I know what feelings to expect when I get to that point in my healing process. As an artist and someone who's a visual learner, I really appreciate how my therapist caters his practices to meet my needs. He's always giving me these scenarios to like visualize in my head, and sometimes I even draw them down. Like I mentioned, I draw a lot in my therapy sessions. So you know, if some of you are looking for a therapist who can match your needs, maybe this could be something that you could add to the criteria. It's something that I really wish I knew when I first started therapy. I remember my first therapist and I did not connect well at all because she was a very hands-on person and she would want to jump into all these like practices and exercises right away, and I was not ready for that because I needed to know what to expect. I needed to see the full picture first of what was about to happen, and she did not make that clear for me because she's a very like she's a doer and I'm too anxious to be a doer. Like I need to know what's going to happen before it actually happens. So yeah, I've been learning a lot in therapy and I feel like I have this toolbox of like coping methods and how to help myself in a bad day. On a day where I'm feeling anxious, I know what to do to reassure myself. On a day where I feel more depressed and fatigued, I know what to do to get myself up and running to at least take care of my body again. Thank you for listening to my little mental health corner again, and I'm gonna cut to the rest of the vlog now.
What if the world had more of your smile? What if the wind could spread your love? What if your sweetness could reach everyone? There'd be no wars. Maybe the birds will sing about your heart. Maybe the trees will whisper the word. Maybe the sun will spread your joy to the ones who lost their hope.
I didn't get to film too much yesterday, but basically we drove down to Cape Cod, which is like the little tip of Massachusetts. We checked in at the hotel and we were gonna go out for some dinner, but then we decided to just order some pizzas and come eat at home. So usually when Peter and I go on a trip or something, we would leave Mosa with our friend Nikki and Momo. But Nikki and Momo are here with us, so we decided to hire a cat sitter for Mosa to take care of her over the night. We asked her to come in and feed Mosa yesterday evening, today morning, and then today evening because we're gonna get home pretty late. And at home we have this little pet camera set up where one is facing Mosa's food bowl and the other is facing her little teepee where she sleeps. And the sitter knows that we have a camera, so she's consented to like knowing that we can check in on her and Mosa. And what happened was she took Mosa's food bowl from where it was, put some new food in, and then suddenly she just like left it in front of the kitchen and left our apartment. And we don't know what happened, so we contacted the person who kind of manages all the sitters, and she told us that the sitter that they sent to our house was afraid of cats. And I was so confused because like, why would you send someone who's afraid of cats to cat sit. I feel bad for her, but I also feel bad for Mosa because she didn't get enough food to last through the night. So luckily the lady in charge sent in the manager, and the manager like prepared her food properly and then put everything in place, and everything was good. So that's a big relief. Also, I woke up this morning and I had a little bit of a breakdown, a little bit of a crying session, because I am convinced that everyone in my family on the opposite side of the world secretly hates me. I'm really bad at keeping in touch, and sometimes I'll upset people by disappearing for too long. And sometimes I'm so busy trying to fix myself that I don't have the capacity to hold someone else's emotions at the moment. But that's why I have makeup on, so no one can tell that I was crying.
You fill my head with roses. I can't help but dream away. Standing on a field with you and flowers everywhere. Is a star with your name. One thing I know is that there should be. There is no one who has a heart as pure. No, not like yours. Dreaming of you.
Oh, it's still alive. Yeah. Go, let it go. Put it back.
Dreaming of you. Dreaming of you. Dreaming of you. What if the world had more of your smile? What if the wind could spread your love?
So this morning I made some kale and pumpkin soup because I woke up with a little bit of a cold. I have a sore throat right now, but hopefully this will make me feel better. I'm just having it here with some rice because I eat rice with everything, and yeah, really excited to try this.
Find out if my 13-year-old pug woke up with bones, and as a result, we'll find out what kind of day we're going to have. Now, Noodle had a long day yesterday, so we will see how this goes.
It's a no bones day.